Good morning, Generals, and welcome into this Thursday edition of the 5-Star News.
We have a lot to talk about in this short amount of time, so let's get right into the news.
That's right, Neely. There will be a big event here at Heritage for the Katie Beth Memorial Fund this Saturday.
A new installment of the bus stop.
And we'll get you into sports with a recap from the softball team and a preview of Friday night's game against the hated Tigers.
Those stories and more coming up next.
If you don't know by now, I'm Preston McDade.
And I'm Neely Bailey, and let's get you started off with What's Up Heritage, brought to you by Alex Potoson and Nathan Holliday.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Alex Potoson, and we've got some announcements for you today. On Saturday, we're going to have our Butterfly Festival, so be there. And then on Friday, we're going to have our football game, and you can buy your tickets early at a discount. But if you get them at the game, it's going to be extra. So get them here. And then Monday, don't come to school because it's Labor Day and we get a 3-day weekend. I'll hand it over to Nathan for our 5-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Welcome to your 5-day weather forecast. On Thursday, we're going to have a high of 84 and a low of 57. And Friday, on game day, we're going to have a high of 87 and a low of 62. Go out there and support our Generals because it might rain. On Saturday, we're going to have a high of 92 with a low of 65. And on Sunday, high of 88 with a low of 66. And Monday's the real heater with a high of 90 and a low of 67. I'm going to get you back to the Yankees now.
Thanks for that, you two. Now let's get you on to the news.
Hey, Neely, do you like butterflies?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, you're in luck because this Saturday here at Heritage there's a butterfly festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's going to be food, inflatables, animals, music, and more, all for just $10.
That's cool. Why are they doing all of this?
I'm not sure. Let's turn you over to 5-Star News reporters Cooper Terry and Kayla Cumby with more information on this event.
This is the third year that we've done it, and it raises money for the Katie Beth Carter Memorial Scholarship. We do a lot of things at the Butterfly Festival. There are inflatables and petting zoos, and there's games for the kids. There are going to be food vendors. There are going to be other vendors that are there that you can check out, and a lot of other cool stuff. So just a great family event. It costs $10 a person to do. We'll also have live music. So we have some Nashville musicians coming in this year, along with some local musicians as well.
Butterfly Festival is obviously something that Live and Love Industries puts on. Jason and Amy Carter really host the event, and so it's to kind of help for the Katie Beth Carter Memorial Scholarship Fund. It's something that's very, very close to our hearts. Coach Carter was a former softball coach here as well. He was actually the first person that I coached softball with when he was the head coach. So obviously, 3 years ago was a tragedy that we all kind of have close to our hearts here at Heritage. And this is the first team that really has not been involved with Coach Carter. And so I thought it was a perfect time to kind of educate our girls on who Coach Carter is and what he means to us and our program. And, the girls have willingly stepped up, and we're going to volunteer and help out with it.
That looks pretty cool. I might just have to pull up to that one.
On to more news now.
I've really been wanting to join one of our clubs. I don't really know what there is to offer here.
Well, Preston, you're in luck because our 5-Star News reporters Cameron Smith, CJ King, Zach Locke got some information on all the clubs here at HHS.
We were talking technology club today.
So there's a couple of clubs that I might try to do this year, including, but not limited to, the Jelly Club, the History Club, and FCA. They all seem pretty cool. I've done a lot of the clubs in the past, especially the Jelly Club. It's a great club. I encourage it.
I'm new here, so I don't know what there is to offer, so I'm going to see what there is to offer. But I don't have much time because I'm in the band, but I'd still like to know what there is at the school.
So I went to the club fair, and it was actually pretty cool and pretty neat because they had candy for everybody and stuff, and you just got to walk around and see all the clubs. And I didn't know a lot about clubs, but it was cool, like looking at the FCA club and the History Club and HOSA and stuff like that. I'm really excited because I get to try out all these new clubs, and you just have to see about them, and it's something else to do than just sports at school, and it just keeps you busy.
Okay, yesterday we had our ping mitten club, the badminton ping pong club. We had it yesterday, and it went great. Had a lot of people sign up, and again, that will be every other Thursday in the gym at lunch. Come down. You can play ping pong, you play badminton, last year we had quite a few people in it. So it's a lot of fun, just kind of take a break from all the classes and studying and all that stuff. So again, the Ping Mitten Club. So look forward to seeing everybody in it.
Thanks, you two, for that report. I think I'm going to join the Jelly Club now.
Hey, Neely, have you ever had Mr. Whitehead's class?
Yeah, I had it with you last year, remember?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget? Well, you know the game Survivor that I almost won?
What about it?
Mr. Whitehead has started it up again, and our 5-star news reporter, Matthew Swanson, talked to Mr. Whitehead and some of his students about how it is going.
That being said, take it away, Matthew.
Well, it's a game completely of my own making. I originated it entirely. There's no inspiration for it other than what comes from my own imagination. But basically, what happens is I will split this class up into 3 teams usually, and I will pit those teams against one another in a winner-take-all kind of challenge every week for immunity. And their goal is to try to stay as strong as possible by keeping their tribe intact and not having.
Well, man, it's fun, like there's a lot of competition going around the classroom. It's really fun. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win. Come on, man.
Our strategy, I don't know, it's a little secret. I can't tell you right now, but just know, we know who we think is gonna win, and we have a plan to get them there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are little advantages in the game. They look kind of like this. They're placed all over the school building, and they're marked by block. So if a student finds one, they're marked up. Like, for instance, it'll have a little tribal advantage here, like this particular pass will help somebody in the game to advance a little bit further. And there's a whole variety of them. And really, it helps students to just be more observant to their environment, because I tell them they're everywhere.
They always cut the teams, so there's no teams anymore at the end of Survivor, and there's those individual people. And I'm pretty sure I'll be one of those individual people in the top 5, top 10, and then I'll make it to #1 champion. Let's go.
I'm expecting it to be a little bit different than last year. I expect there to be a lot more planning ahead of it, and, a lot more competition.
Time to take a break here on the show.
But hang around for our big football preview of the Ringgold game.
And the second installment of the Bus Stop.
Don't go away, sports is next.
Hey man, you going to the football game this Friday?
Let me see. Nah man, I'm too broke. I don't get paid till next week.
The way I see it, you got 2 options. You can break your piggy bank, or just go to the office and get it cheaper.
I'm so excited for the game this Friday.
Yeah man, me too. I heard the Generals defense actually made a big step last year.
Hey bro, look at Zach, he got the ticket.
For all your ticket needs, come to the main office. You can skip the line and get your tickets for cheaper. It's football season, baby.
Hello everyone and welcome into sports. I'm Brady Hawkins.
And I'm Chase Graham, and let's get you started with a big football game Friday versus Ringgold at the Taj at 7:30.
You're right, the Generals come in with a 1-0 record with a win against LFO, while Ringgold comes in with no wins under the belt after the blowout loss to Dalton.
We talked to a few players and coaches about the upcoming game. Let's take a look at the preview of this rivalry game this Friday.
I typically day-to-day stuff, I run the defense, Coach Ledbetter runs the offense, so that part's not going to change. The only thing that will change is obviously Coach Slaughter managing the whole game and making all the adjustments and everything else that he does, but the day-to-day stuff isn't going to change.
Ringgold's usually pretty good. I feel like we have a really good shot this year of doing something to them. The game plan for this week is probably just score.
All right, so this week we have Ringgold, and I feel like it's going to be a pretty good fight. We're going to put some points on the board against them.
It's rivalry week 2.0, back-to-back rivalry weeks here in Toosa County. LFO last week and Ringgold this week. It's obviously a big week for us. We're excited about the game. Ringgold's always got a good squad, and we're looking forward to a good contest. We learned a lot of lessons last week in a narrow victory over LFO, and looking forward to applying those this week and cleaning up a lot of our mistakes, building on our strengths, and being ready to go for a huge crowd, hopefully again on Friday night.
This week's student section theme is USA. Come out and support your Generals.
On to softball now, and the Lady Generals came into the game this past Tuesday with a 7-3 record.
In order for them to improve to 8-3, they had to knock out the Northwest Bruins on the road. Here's 5-star sports reporter Isaiah Lewis with the scoop.
They performed great. You know, we had great energy last night. We fell down 2-0 in the third inning, but we answered right back with 7 runs of our own. And so that's what it's all about. It's all about answering and getting that momentum back. And so our girls did a great job with that, and I was very proud of them.
I think last night's game went well. We worked really hard and came together as a team.
Last night's game, I feel like we did really well as a team, and I feel like our approach to the plate was better than it's been in a long time.
We had a lot of girls that had great at-bats. Rachel threw a great game last night. She had a home run of herself. She's starting to come back offensively for us, which is really, really good. Carmen Gaylor did an unbelievable job with her 3-run homer that she had. So she's got 6 on the year right now, and she does a phenomenal job at the plate. She's getting better defensively. So, those are 2 people that really kind of contributed to our offense last night. And we had a lot of great at-bats. So, from the bottom of our order and the top of our order kind of set everything for us.
I feel like we're starting to hit the ball and working together on defense. So I think we're going to do very well in the future. We play Gilmer tomorrow. It'll be another good match for us because Northwest had a tough game against them, so I know it'll be a pretty good game.
We went up with the right mindset. We, got the job done, and tomorrow's game's going to be really good. We're going to just build off of the win that we had, and we're just going to have a day.
Thanks, you guys, for sports. Let's get back to the news for entertainment now.
This is going to be the second edition of Bus Stop by our own Luke Bussey.
I'm Luke Bussey, and this is the Bus Stop. What did you have for dinner last night?
I went to Coach Heiss' house. I had chicken casserole, macaroni, and mashed potatoes. Appreciate it.
What did you have for dinner last night?
What did I have for dinner last night? I had catfish, baby. Catfish. Catfish.
How do you spell Ringgold?
S-U-C-K.
Okay, how do you spell Ringgold?
Dude, why would I ever spell Ringgold? They suck.
How do you spell Ringgold?
Ringo. R-I-O-O-G-G-N-N. I don't know. Ringo. Ring. R-I-N-G. Go. G-O. That's where we spell it where I come from.
How do you spell Ringgold?
R-I-N-G-G-O-L-D.
That's y'all a question.
Okay.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
I don't know.
No idea.
Well, that is all we have on this Thursday's edition of the 5-Star News.
We'll be back next Wednesday with a brand new news show.
Make sure to go out tomorrow night and support our football team as they take on the Ringgold Tigers.
So until then,
stay classy, Heritage.